Alexandra Eala replaces Zheng when has to withdraw due to injury, but fans can now look forward to seeing Alex step in.
World number 46 direct main draw entry into a WTA 500 packed with 7 top 10 players. The Porsche Tennis Grand Prix announced that Alex would replace the injured Zheng Qinwen.
Now we came here because she's also here, of course.
In their star-studded Stuttgart field. And within hours, the business calculus of professional tennis began shifting in ways the WTA was not prepared for. While tournament organizers scrambled to update draw sheets, Filipino fans across 3 continents were doing something else entirely, mobilizing to turn Stuttgart into the latest battleground of the Eala effect.
This has never happened to me before.
Subscribe now. Eala earned this Stuttgart opportunity through the WTA's alternate list. No wild card, no favors.
She's obviously such a good player.
Zheng Qinwen withdrew injured, and the 20-year-old Filipino stepped directly into a field featuring Aryna Sabalenka, Iga Swiatek, Coco Gauff, and Elena Rybakina. Her first-round opponent, Leylah Fernandez, a lefty versus lefty battle carrying deeper resonance. Fernandez of Filipino-Canadian descent facing the player representing the Philippines itself. Days earlier, Eala had fallen to Elena Ostapenko in the second round at Linz. Now she was handed a premium indoor clay stage at one of Europe's most prestigious spring tournaments. The announcement came with a standard corporate courtesy. Tournament officials posted to social media. Alexandra Eala replaces Zheng Qinwen in the main draw. Unfortunately, Zheng Qinwen has to withdraw due to injury. But fans can now look forward to seeing Alexandra step in. Professional, polite, procedural. But beneath that calm messaging, a commercial earthquake was beginning. Because the WTA and Stuttgart organizers were about to learn what Indian Wells, Miami, and Linz had already discovered the hard way. When Alex Eala enters a draw, the normal rules of ticket demand no longer apply. The institutional tennis world operates on a simple premise. Higher rankings equal higher revenue. A number 46 player replacing a top 10 star should mean disappointed fans and softer sales. Alex Eala's fanbase has spent the entire 2026 season proving that premise catastrophically wrong. Indian Wells witnessed it first. When Eala's matches were scheduled, resale prices for certain sessions exploded past $1,000. Not for a Serena Williams return, not for a Grand Slam final, but for a rising Filipino player fighting through the early rounds. Fans who recognized what was happening early reported seeing baseline ticket listings triple within hours of draw confirmations. Those prices were not driven by tennis rankings. They were driven by something the WTA's economic models had never properly accounted for. A passionate diaspora willing to pay whatever it costs to watch one of their own compete on the biggest stages. Linz confirmed the pattern weeks later. Reports from the tournament indicated that approximately 90% of tickets for Eala's matches were purchased by Filipino fans. Sessions that would normally see modest midweek attendance became standing room experiences. The Eala army did not just show up, they took over. Monday, Eala listed as Zheng's replacement. Wednesday, draw released showing Fernandez in round 1. Friday, Stuttgart's opening weekend sessions. The timeline compression means one thing. Fans have 72 hours to secure access to what they now recognize as appointment viewing. And if Indian Wells and Linz taught tournament organizers anything, it is that 72 hours is more than enough time for the Eala effect to reshape an event's entire commercial landscape. Steve Flink, a tennis analyst with decades covering the women's tour, framed Eala's rising profile in terms that go beyond rankings. While his comments were not specific to Stuttgart, his observation captures what is unfolding. Emerging players with deep national support are changing how tournaments measure star power. Credentials no longer tell the whole story. Gate receipts do. The Stuttgart field includes 4 Grand Slam champions and multiple former world number 1s. By every traditional measure, Eala should be the least commercially significant player in the draw. But traditional measures have been obsolete since the moment her fans realized they could turn any tournament into a home crowd simply by buying enough tickets faster than anyone else. You believed this was coming? Every time you watched her fight through 3-set battles against higher-ranked opponents, every time you saw the flags in the stands multiply from one event to the next, you understood what the broader tennis world was slow to recognize. Rankings measure results, but movements measure something deeper. The draw against Fernandez only amplifies the stakes. Two left-handers, two players carrying the hopes of Filipino communities, one representing the homeland, the other the diaspora. Philippine sports media has already begun framing it as more than a first-round match. It is a cultural moment that guarantees maximum fan investment. The Porsche Tennis Grand Prix is a WTA 500 with 47 years of history. Past champions include Martina Navratilova, Steffi Graf, and Maria Sharapova. The winner drives away in a Porsche 911 and collects prize money exceeding 160,000 euros. This is not a minor tour stop. It is one of the premier clay events before Roland Garros. When the tournament's official statement said fans can now look forward to seeing Alexander step in, those 9 words carried weight the organization likely did not intend, because looking forward is exactly what tens of thousands of Filipino fans have been doing since the announcement dropped. And their version of looking forward involves refreshing ticket sites, coordinating travel from across Germany and beyond, and preparing to flood the Porsche Arena the same way they flooded previous venues. The statement was not an acknowledgement of shock, but it was an acknowledgement of reality. Eala's presence matters to fans in ways that go far beyond her current ranking. Nike reported interest in long-term sponsorship deals. BPI and Globe Telecom doubling down on endorsements. Locally, Jollibee and Milo leveraging her ambassador status across Southeast Asian markets. The financial ecosystem around Alex Eala is behaving as if she is a top 10 player, because commercially she already is. Stuttgart represents the next test case in a pattern that is forcing the WTA to confront an uncomfortable truth. Their ranking system measures individual achievement, but it does not measure market power. And when market power diverges from rankings, the tours and tournaments follow the money. The clay season is only beginning. Stuttgart leads directly into Madrid, Rome, and Roland Garros. 3 events where ticket demand will face the same stress test if Eala advances. Tournament directors at each of those stops are absolutely paying attention to what happens in Stuttgart this week. The French Open draw is 6 weeks away. If the Eala effect continues through the European clay swing, the commercial implications extend beyond ticket sales into broadcast rights, sponsor activation zones, and how the WTA prioritizes scheduling for players outside the top 30. The loss to Ostapenko in Lin stung. Eala led the second set, held chances to force a decider, and could not close. 46-57, an early clay exit that dropped momentum just as the season's most important surface stretch was beginning. She did not post excuses, did not complain about the draw or the surface transition. Within 48 hours of that loss, she was on a plane to Stuttgart preparing for a main draw opportunity that most players ranked 46 never receive. Indian Wells resale chaos and 1,000 sessions. Lin's 90% fan takeover. Stuttgart, a main draw entry announced April 8th with a first match scheduled 6 days later. The pattern is not speculation anymore. It is documented, repeatable, and accelerating. Alex Eala did not just receive a main draw spot in Germany. She triggered the latest chapter in a story the WTA has been trying to ignore, that a 20-year-old ranked 46 is rewriting the commercial rules of women's tennis one sold-out session at a time. The institutional tennis world measures success in ranking points and titles. But the Eala army measures success in flags flown, tickets secured, and the undeniable proof that their movement is too big to be dismissed. Do the Stuttgart organizers fully understand what is about to hit the Porsche Arena when Eala steps on court against Fernandez? Or will they join Indian Wells and Linz in the growing list of tournaments that underestimated what happens when an entire nation shows up? Subscribe now, because if you think Stuttgart is the peak of the story, you have not been paying attention. The clay season runs through Roland Garros, and every European tournament between here and Paris is about to learn the same lesson. Will Eala's fan base send Stuttgart ticket prices into the same stratosphere they hit at Indian Wells? Or will this be the event where the WTA finally admits the Eala effect is real? Drop your prediction in the comments.